YouTube, how's it going? Frogs Angels is back with some more NFL team-by-team record predictions. We're on to the New York Jets. Did the Bills, did the Dolphins. We're going to do the Patriots real shortly, and then we're going to keep going on through teams, division by division. Switch over to the NFC East next, and then we'll come back to the AFC North, NFC North, and so on. So we're using this website, playoffpredictors.com. I got a link in the description. Pretty cool site. Go check it out. You can make your own predictions. We're going to keep going through till we have the playoff team set. Then we're going to predict the playoffs. We're going to predict the Super Bowl. And then we'll have a few more videos, hopefully, before the season actually starts. And then we'll have weekly pick'ems, so don't forget about that. So a lot of great stuff coming. But on to the Jets. Before I get picking here, a team that I think will struggle this year, honestly. Last year, we expected them to maybe be the worst team in football. I think a lot of people did. They kind of surprised us. McCown really surprised us. Will he be the starter this year? Will it be Darnold? Will it be Teddy Bridgewater? I mean, this actually changes a lot depending on who the quarterback is, honestly. I'm a Teddy Bridgewater fan. I thought he played really well when he was healthy on the Vikings. I really liked him as a prospect coming out. How is he now after that injury, though? That's the question, and being out of football for a while now. I think he's their best guy. I think McCown's aging, and he's not the answer for the future, even though he can play solid. Now, Darnold, I think, is a bit of a project. He has a lot of potential, but I think he would struggle if you play him right away. But you did draft him that early, so it makes sense if you do play him right away, but expect to struggle. But I wouldn't. You can't take him out. You can't take him out too early. If you decide to go him to get developing, stick with him. You're going to struggle a little bit. Don't pull him out, and that's the mistake some other teams make. I can't stand it. Receivers, I'm not a fan of the receiver unit. You know, I wish they would get better there for their young quarterback Darnold. So that kind of makes me think they'll go one of the veteran guys. They pick up Crow out running back. They needed a guy like that, but you know it's not a huge pickup. I mean, it'll help them. Offensive line may struggle a little bit. On the defensive side, I like where they're heading, but it's not going to be the best, nowhere near the best defense this year. I really like their secondary though. Jamal Adams, I'm a huge Jamal Adams fan. I think he'll be a top safety in the NFL in just a few years. They get Marcus May. He had an impressive rookie season. So they got a very good duo. Is it going to be very good this year, though? This early? It could be, but it's a little more. They're in a rebuild stage still. They got some holes, good pieces, though. So they may struggle a little bit, but maybe they'll surprise us again. Let's get on to the picks, though. Game 1, Monday night in Detroit. It honestly could go either way, but in Detroit, the Lions are going to win, I think. Then Miami in New York division game. When I did the Miami pick'ems, I did pick Miami. I thought they were the much better team. But even though it's in New York, the Jets could win the game. And then the Jets are in Cleveland on a Thursday night in Week 3. That's tough. Kind of depends on who the quarterback is. I think either way, who the quarterback of the Browns are, I think they're in better shape offensively, defensively. The Browns are probably in better shape too. The only thing I really don't like is the Browns coaching staff. In the past, really, I can't really say this year they get Todd Haley. That could help a lot, but decision making really costing them quite a few games. So this could go either way. Every team, some team's gonna get upset or they're gonna upset somebody else. It's impossible to predict. But so this, I have to either go by matchup or go by the home team if that's a slight edge, or who's the better team. And if I can't decide, the Browns are home, and I think they're slightly the better team, so I'm going to go with the Browns. The Jets at the Jaguars. Once again, I got to go with the Jaguars. The Broncos at the Jets. We'll give the Jets their first win here. I think the Broncos are better. It could go either way, though, and they're home. I don't know if they'll be 0-5 at this point, honestly, so I'll go with the Jets. Really depends on the Broncos' offensive line, I think, is the main thing you got to look at. And then Case Keenum. Which Case Keenum are we going to get? I liked what they did in the draft. The running back might have to be Royce Freeman, might be a young guy, but could play pretty solid. Offensive line, I'm a little worried about. Garrett Bowles recently got hurt, so a little worried about that. Defense is the reason they were good when they were good. The defense can still be good, but it's not where it once was. So the Broncos are the better team. Kind of just going with the home team here. Maybe the Jets get the first win in Week 5. Colts at the Jets. The Colts could struggle a little bit if Andrew Luck is playing at this point and the Colts win the game. The Vikings at the Jets. The Jets are home here, but the Vikings are the much better team. Jets in Chicago. It's hard to play in Chicago. No matter what type of Bears team you have, it's hard to play there. And I think the Bears will be better this year than they were last year. I'll take the Bears. In the Miami video, I did take Miami in this game, so I'll stick with it. Maybe sometimes I'll have a change. Maybe I change my mind, but so far, don't plan on that. Dolphins win there. The Bills at Jets in Week 10. I picked the Bills twice over the Jets there. I mean, it could go either way, but I think the Bills are the better team. The Bills' defense is actually pretty solid, I think. So I think that's what wins the game for them there. Home against the Patriots. I'm not going to pick against the Patriots here. The Jets in Tennessee. The Titans, honestly, are one of those teams that there's quite a few of them, but they're like one of those teams that I think could beat anybody but lose to anybody. But I think they'll step it up this year, and they're at home here. It is Sunday night. I'll take the Titans. The Jets are in Buffalo here. Take the Bills like I did in the Bills video. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. The Texans at the Jets here. I think the Texans are another team that can. I mean, it's really, it depends on if they're healthy at this point. You know what? I'm feeling an upset here. I don't know why I'm feeling an upset. Maybe I hate predicting this, but maybe the Texans will be kind of beat up at this point. We'll see. I'm worried about the Texans' offensive line. Very good team. They can beat anybody, lose anybody, like I said about maybe their rival in Tennessee. But I'll take the Jets here. Just a feeling. Green Bay in New York here. I'll take the Packers. And then Week 17 in New England. Maybe this game won't matter. Maybe New England will be locked in somewhere. So maybe the Jets can take it. But at this point, I think you rather be going for that number 1 pick. And I think the Jets could be up for that number 1 pick of the draft. So I have them finishing 2-14, unfortunately. Maybe they surprise us like last year. I think this was a record that was realistic before the season last year. And they weren't a good team at all, but they played. I mean, if McCown didn't get hurt, I mean, they could have put up some more wins there. That could have been something different. But they surprised us last year. Maybe they do it again. Maybe they do it again. I don't know. But going back, looking through the schedule, I did this with Miami. Games that could go either way. Like Week 1, I think could go either way. I think when they play Miami and when they play Buffalo, I think they could. I don't have them grabbing one of those games. So maybe this is worst case scenario. Maybe they can get 1 against Miami, 1 against Buffalo, or 2 against Buffalo even. I have them losing the Browns. That could go either way. I have them losing the Colts. That can go either way. But same with the Broncos game. Same with the Texans game. I think the Broncos and the Texans are better than them. Kind of just a feeling I had, maybe because they're home. And maybe it's just because I don't see them just not winning one game. So it's kind of the feeling I had. The Packers could be Week 16. They're probably playing to win there. So, it's possible they win, but unlikely. So let me know what you guys thoughts. If you're a Jets fan, you can't be too happy, but this is what you have to. You can't expect a playoff team. I mean, if they make the playoffs, it's an upset, no matter what anybody says at this point. You can't say 0% chance, obviously, but I think you got to expect to continue on with I think they're early on in the rebuild mode still. They got some guys like the safeties I mentioned. They're in the developing process, but they need offensive line. They need wide receivers. They need a running back of the future. I know Crowell may look good. He may be pretty good, but you got to find the running back of the future, especially these running back classes we have lately. Quarterback looks set for the future, hopefully with Darnold. Again, like I mentioned, I hope they don't pull a Browns move, throw the rookie in, take him out whenever he throws an interception, throw him back in. When has that ever worked? When has that ever worked and been successful? Never. So I hope they do it right. I do like their coaching staff. I don't expect it from them, is what I'm saying. I don't expect them to mess with Darnold's head or any of the young guys' head, but they got some holes to fill still. I think they can do so, though, in the next draft or two. I think teams can turn around pretty easily. We've seen what the Eagles did, a little different, but we see what they're capable of, teams like this. But that'll do it for the Jets. Stay tuned for all the other teams. Don't forget, our subscriber goal is 10K subscribers, so if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so to help us out. Be much appreciated. And don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. But yeah, that'll do it for this one. Stay tuned for more. We're going to go through all the teams. Hopefully we got time for some more content, some more predictions, maybe award predictions, all kinds of fun stuff we're trying to get through. And then during the season, weekly pick'ems and more. We got college weekly pick'ems. Got all kinds of stuff coming your way. So stay tuned for all that. Thanks for watching. That'll do it for this one. Goodbye.